Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Intuitive Living with Suzanne. So, today we're going to talk about where do you hold your power? And what does that even mean? What is my power? So, today we're going to talk about your power, your boundaries, and drawing that line in the sand. This is Suzanne Arjona, and you're listening to Intuitive Living with Suzanne, where we are tuning in to our inner voices and taking life to the next level. So, your power is everything that makes you you. It's your personality, your looks, your ethics, your beliefs, your likes, your dislikes, your passions, your drive, all of these things. Okay. Your power is also your boundaries around these valuable pieces of you. Okay. So, you are this whole complex being, and you need to protect that. Okay. So each of us is unique in this combination of all of these things. But somewhere along the way, as we grew up and we were conditioned into society, we learned to give away our power. And so what does that mean, to give away our power? So we're taught to conform to what others say about our looks, our careers, about the cars we drive, the homes we live in. You'll see this as trends often in how we dress or trends in the career market or home decor. Lately, even over the past few years, we've been judged on our medical choices and the books we read. Okay, so there's a lot of things out there that are influencing us on a daily basis. So, for example, if I tell you to picture in your mind the 1970s, what comes to mind? Okay. If you lived through the 70s like I did, you probably have a clear picture of things like paisley shirts, bell-bottom jeans, muscle cars, and maybe even foil embossed wallpaper in the bathroom. Okay. Now, those are certainly superficial examples, but we were influenced by those trends nonetheless. Somebody decided these were a good idea. Okay, having lived through the 1970s, I might beg to differ, but that's not important here. Okay. Now, it's one thing to learn about something new and trying it out. We get new information every minute of every day, especially now that we're all connected online and everywhere else. We are inundated with new information constantly. Okay. And we have a natural curiosity. It's learning about our environment and bringing new ideas into our lives and trying them all out to see how they fit us. Okay, that's the key word. Is there's a lot out there and you need to figure out what's going to work for you. Okay? Now, so that's, one thing to learn about something new and trying it out. It's a whole other thing to do something because we're told to, or because it's expected of us, or what we're currently doing makes someone else uncomfortable. And if we don't change our ways, then we're bad. We're prejudiced, or we're phobic, or we're ignorant in some way. Okay? So when we change who we are based on someone else's needs, or their wants, or their preferences, this is when it becomes a problem. Okay? When we allow others to influence us, or they influence us to do or to be something that we're not comfortable with or goes against our core beliefs just to fit in, that's when we give away our power. We let others cross our boundaries and take over our power. Okay? So where do you give away your power? Okay, some common ways we do that. Maybe you can't say no to your friends and family. Okay, no matter what it is, you're always willing to put yourself last. Now, that isn't really a bad thing, putting other people first, until it becomes a habit. And then you're suffering because of it. Okay, let's say, for example, you've hosted Thanksgiving dinner every year because it's expected of you. You did it once, you did it a second time, and then it just became your thing, so to speak. but it's no longer fun for you. You get burned out every year. You don't get to enjoy the holiday, but you feel like you can't ask your family to step up and have someone else host. Okay? You've you continue giving yourself and your power away over this one situation. Okay? Does that make sense? So another example. Maybe society has guilted you into changing how you think or act, because if you don't change, you'll be ostracized or even blacklisted in your social or your business community. Okay? Societal trends are really strong. Okay, societal trends can tell you that you need to change your business direction or take a stance on a social or a political issue, even if it has no bearing on how your business runs, right? Your business can keep going regardless of anything external that's going on out there in the social or political arena, okay? So, social or political issues may have no effect on your beekeeping and honey selling business. The bees are going to continue to make honey regardless of who's in office, right? So, why should you and your business be forced to take a public stand on something like that? Okay. Another example, and this is one that a lot of us have probably experienced. Maybe parents, teachers, and career trends dictated your career choice and how you will live your life. Okay? Maybe you followed the path into the family business even though it really wasn't in your heart to do that. Becoming a partner in the family law firm holds no interest for you, and you'd much rather be in the medical field. Okay? So going the family business route is neither good for you or the firm because your heart isn't in it. Okay? So your power lies in being true to yourself, true to your heart, true to your mind, and your core values. Okay? One of our powers as a society lies in those differences. The fact that we all have different strengths that when they come together make us all stronger. Okay? So when you hide your gifts or let someone else dictate if and when you can share them, we all suffer for it. Okay, we all lose out on the individuality that makes us powerful. You give away your power to be fully who you are meant to be. Okay? We've lost the ability to follow our own intuition, relying too much on society and community to direct us to where we should be. Okay? We become followers instead of leaders. Okay? We become followers instead of explorers and trailblazers. So it's time to start looking back inside yourself, listening to those voices in your head and the urges in your heart, and take back your power. Okay? Now, I'd love to hear your feedback on this topic. I know there's a lot in here, and there's some things that may tweak certain people in certain ways. But where have you given away your power? Or better yet, what I'd really like to see in the comments is, what's an example of where you took back your power? So share that in the comments, and please share this podcast with a friend or two. I just, building this conversation around this can only help all of us. So I thank you for listening again, and until next time, the next episode, I wish you all the brightest blessings.